All right, I'm back for Dusty Us's ongoing coverage of the ESL Impact League Season 7 Finals here in Dallas. I'm with Empathy, coming off of an amazing achievement for NA Impact. So you've just made playoffs for the first time ever. You've won, in the last 2 days, you've won your first matches ever on land at Impact. Um, NA has returned to Impact playoffs for the first time in, I think, like 2.5 years. How are you feeling right now?
Really good. We were a little scared after yesterday because we were just playing like kind of really poorly all day. And I mean, we still won our first series, but it felt like it was way closer than it should have been. And we just kind of were playing like really sloppy. But today, luckily, we played really well and everything kind of flowed. We were having a lot of fun and like laughing while playing. And we just like had all our confidence back. And we're really happy and real confident.
And this has been a long time coming. Like I said, I believe you were at the very first Impact season in Dallas in 2022, playing with, I mean, a real eclectic mix. I think it was like Senna, Piggy Kiki. No, not at all. I'm completely wrong. You were with Evil Geniuses. Yeah, you were with the original Evil Geniuses Impact squad. So, but I mean, that shows how long time it's been coming to finally make playoffs. As one of our strongest performers in the NA Impact space for year after year, does it feel good to finally have your work, your work and your hard work, just come to fruition after kind of lurking in the group stage for so long?
Absolutely. I kind of knew this would be the season where like everything changed. My team is so much better, and I've been so happy with how this team's played. We have had like our hiccups here and there, but overall we've just had like straight improvement. Like it's been a really great like experience to play with them, and they play around me so well, and that's something I've like. It's hard to find a team in Impact that's been able to do that and be able to like understand the things I like want and play, and everyone on the team is just so great to work with. And like everyone works really well and really hard. So
I think a big part of the story of this team, Supernova Comets' success, is that you finally have almost a partner in crime in Fox on the op. She's as well been posting absolutely fantastic numbers. Come a long way for her as well, being on teams like Limitless. Limitless playing, I believe, on Lotus originally. Sort of slowly grinding her way through before she finally was able to join up with one of the top two teams in North America. Having that good of an opera, that is that a game changer for you? And how do you think she stacks up to some of the other like European operas that people really rave about here at Impact?
I think mechanically she definitely can compete with like the top like operas in all of Impact. I think she's right up there, if not one of like the best mechanically. I think like experience wise, she has like a little bit to go, but she's been doing like absolutely fantastic. And unlike previous teams, I've opted just because in NA there's kind of like no operas, and it's nice that I finally get to like rifle and play like where I'm most comfortable. And she works really well as like for like everything we need her to do, and she's been great to play with. So.
And the other players on this team, they, you and Lydia have been, around for a pretty long time in terms of Impact, but they're pretty, new to the scene. I mean, they were only started playing Impact League a couple seasons ago with, like Impact, and then you grabbed that core and brought them into the Shimmer before you were signed. I guess, are you positively surprised by your teammates and how far they've come in such a short amount of time?
I knew Rena STX would be like great to play with. I've like always wanted to play with her. I remember my first ever league season. I played against her, and I like kind of became friends with her then. And I knew she'd be like a great player to play with and a great IGL, and she's surpassed like every expectation I had, and as well like Raven and Serendipity. I expected them to be like pretty good and better than most like NA Impact players, but just like I remember when I picked them up, I was talking to Phoebe, and I was just like, they're so much better than I could have like hoped for and like imagined. Like I thought they'd be good, and they've surpassed like every expectation I had.
Nip Impact are riding pretty high after beating Imperial today. That's kind of their claim to fame right now, as they took down the Neo Savix called them the Beast of Impact. Should they feel like they have this event in hand, or do they need to worry about y'all?
I think if we play the way we did today, and we just like play our game and play the way we like practice, we'll perform, and I think they should be scared. I think we have a good chance.
And what would it mean for you? Last question to you've had a lot of adversity in your career. You've gone through a lot of organizations. Evil Geniuses, TSM, um, lots of bumps in the road. What would it mean for you to to potentially win Impact now after after all that adversity?
It would mean like the world to me. It kind of feels like everything's like finally working out, and it'd be like the happiest moment of my life, and I kind of know it would. And I'm not trying to like get too excited, but I think it's possible, and it's kind of crazy just how like close we've come, and how it doesn't feel like a unachievable goal anymore.
All right, that is Empathy from Supernova Comets. Be sure to follow them this weekend as they'll be heading into playoffs for the first time ever in their career. Thank you so much for your time.